Hi, it's Mel from LW Scrapping. I'm here to show you a layout that I've put together for the first scrap lift for Mixed Media Mayhem for the first week in April. It was a Melinda Sweetman scrap lift, and I'm just showing you what I actually did. I went around the heart, I got my stencil, I put the texture paste over the top, and then I did packaging technique with the inks over the top, and then I splattered some of the ink around. So at the moment I'm trying to figure out what colours to put where, and I did it in conjunction with the Rebecca Lockhart Scraps challenge for April. So I had to have at least 2 pattern papers. I had to have washi tape. I know I can't think of the other things. There had to be an Easter layout. I had to have an Easter element like a rabbit, a chicken, or a egg. And so yeah, so I got it all sorted out. And I got the size correct in the end that I wanted so that I could show a certain amount of the pattern paper. You'll notice that on the texture paste, some of the ink is actually rubbed off in the towards the right hand side. I don't know if I didn't put it on enough or thick enough, or if it was coming off on my hand while I was actually doing the page. I haven't used texture paste a lot, but I really liked how this turned out. At the moment I'm trying to show you how I was going to incorporate the washi tape. I had an idea in my mind, I just didn't know how to pull it off, and I was trying to think now, what was it that I was going to do? And what I was going to do was I wanted to put an arrow through the heart, or on the heart. So this is what I'm trying to attempt to do now, is make arrows, and I did it with my washi tape. Yes, and I've got my new stand going, so it's at a different, it's at an angle that I could get it to at least look like you could see the page, but unfortunately you can see my head and glasses, but we'll get there eventually, my first go at this. So yeah, so I do lots of different things, and I change my mind so many times, and then change the size of things, and I'm so glad I sped this up. So yeah, Mixed Media Mayhem is, there's quite a few people that do the Mixed Media Mayhem. There's Janet from Galaxy Girl Creations, there's Scrappy Adam, there's MK from Some Assemblage is Required, Rebecca Lockhart, and Jessie B Scrapbooking. I think the main people that have put together Mixed Media Mayhem, and I've actually quite enjoyed doing it because it's actually got me to use my mixed media a lot more, and believe it or not, I actually started to enjoy using it. I've actually, even though I haven't used the texture paste a lot, I've nearly run out. So this page actually required a lot because I did a really big heart. And as you can see, I have quite a mess on my desk. I don't know what I'm doing now. I think I'm trying to decide on stickers and trying to find things. No, oh, that's right. I was trying to find the sticker sheet that I had that had some little arrows that I could put on the bottom of the big arrow going through the heart. I had some little things that I could put at the bottom, and I know I had them on a sticker sheet somewhere, and then I finally found them. The last sticker sheet, because I don't have many sticker sheets, the very last sticker sheet I looked at, that's where they were. I knew they were on one of them. So yeah, so I hope this is going okay. This being my first process video and my first voiceover, I think next time I will get myself more organised and have everything cut and ready, and I might talk as I'm doing it and go that way. And then I was just marking where where I actually had the photo positioned on the page so that I would remember where to put it back. And here is where it's a really glittery washi tape, these couple, and the backing of one of them is so difficult to get off because it's a clear plastic. It's not actually paper that you're taking off like double-sided tape. So that was really hard to get off. And then when I did the lighter colour at the top there, I stuck it on and realised that it wasn't very sticky. So I had to turn around and put double-sided tape on it. Now you will notice with my processes that I do, I use double-sided tape. Not very often I'll use a tape runner unless I'm doing something really fiddly and little. But I've actually now got some Nouveau glue so to be able to use, and it will all stick a bit better. Because it was starting to cost so much for the little tape runners that I found in the end at our cheap shop near us, they had double-sided tape that's really good. Probably too good, because sometimes when you want to move something it takes all the paper off underneath. But anyway, here you can see I'm trying to put my arrowheads on, and that's where you will see it kept lifting up. It wasn't going to stick, so I stuck the double-sided tape down. I'm probably going to have moments of silence in this, I'm sorry. I'll have to find them and go and put some music on. Can't remember what I do next actually. As soon as I saw this layout of Melinda's, I actually loved it. I thought, oh wow, I would really love to have a go at that. And Melinda is actually a fellow Aussie, and she does some really, really good things, as do all the other ladies and gentlemen. They all do very different to each other, but they're all really good. I've actually scrap lifted quite a few of them. And I've learnt so much from all the people on YouTube. Well, this is when I'm putting the little things at the bottom on. Sometimes when you have an idea, it will work out, and then other times it doesn't. And in this case, I really loved how it worked out. And then sometimes my fingers don't want to work. is me finding out that I was really struggling to find letters to make my title. And I've just remembered what the last thing of Rebecca Lockhart challenge was to add a banner of sorts. And I was trying to find some colours and bits and pieces of how I wanted to put a banner or what colour I wanted to put the banner with. And at the moment I'm now finding out I really don't have enough letters to do the title that I wanted to do. I went through most of my letters and I'm starting to run out of certain letters. But then I saw a little trick on Galaxy Girl Creations the other night on her video that she did for her 2,000 subscribers video. And what she does is cut some paper out that she wants the colour of her letters to be in and put some fun foam behind them and then die cuts them. And I thought that was a brilliant idea. So I'm actually going to give that a try today. Never ever thought of doing that before, and that way you've got your own thickers. So I learnt a couple of things the other night. That was one of them. So at the moment I'm just backing the photos. I found a couple of little more arrows to put up near the arrowheads. Double-sided foam on the back of the photo. Man, that stuff is sticky. Some of my embellishments out, and then I've got to try and figure out where I'm going to pop it all. Making my banners at the moment. I was just going to have one down the bottom, and then I had some little bright sparky idea. Put another one at the top, and I put my little bunny on that one down the bottom. I like to use up as much scraps as I can. I'm a bit of a scrap hoarder, as I was telling another friend of mine on Facebook the other day. I have that many scraps down beside me at my desk, on the left-hand side, that I've actually started to put kits together for pages to use up the scraps. I've got scrap pattern paper. I've got scrap card. So now if it's really tiny and little, I actually chuck it away now. Some of them I actually make a few little flowers out of with a punch, and keep in my little stash of flowers or hearts or stars. I'm a bit of a hearts and stars fan. With banners, I used to do it the hard way and cut the middle and then cut each side, and then each side didn't seem to match, and I learnt that little trick off Ronnie Sue Scrapper. She would fold them in half and then cut the diagonal, and you've got even cuts on both sides, and they turn out so much better than what I was doing. Different little tips you get off people you didn't realise how to do at the time. And I mean, I've been scrapbooking for going on, well, this will probably be 20 years. And you just don't realise some of the little techniques people use to make it easier for themselves, really. Now I'm writing out chocolate so that I know exactly how many letters I need to see what I've got and what I haven't got. I've got lots of coloured letters, but just not enough of the letters that I need. And of all letters, H's seem to get used so much. And I've noticed on some of the sticker sheets that I've got, because it's all close to my heart stickers that I've got, or creative memories when it was. It's only about 3 H's, lowercase h's on each sheet. So I run out of H's, I run out of D's, and I run out of A's. They seem to be my main ones. And I've had these huge letters for so long, and it's only this year I've started to use them. They look good on pages. And Easter things of all things is the one thing I have embellishments for, but I do not have paper for much. So it's going to have to be something on my to buy list at some stage, is to get some Easter papers. This is where I was trying some of the letters. They're off a set that I've never used. But they just didn't seem to work or look as good. This is where I'm starting to find out I'm starting to run out of letters. So if I remember rightly, I went all lowercase on the big ones. The middle-sized ones. I just popped them on my page and then realised that they weren't sticking very well at all, especially on the texture paste, so I ended up gluing them. So I went with the blue letters because that's all I had enough for in the letters, and I thought, well, there's blue in the layout, so I'll use the blue. And the I love that I've got at the top that I've done in brown, that's to represent chocolate. Because my daughter is a huge fan of chocolate. Mind you, the stash that she's got in that photo there, it actually lasted a whole year. So she's not a person that will sit there and eat chocolate non-stop. She spaces it all out so that she's got plenty. So that was her whole stash from like the grandparents and Easter Bunny and Mum and Dad and her auntie. And this little embellishment, I really wanted it on there, right or wrong. And I think I changed it another couple of times, and then in the end thought, hey, presto, let's just put it next to the top of the title. Because I didn't want to take away from the actual heart too much with embellishment. So it actually said Happy Easter on it, that one. I think I get a close up at the end. So I hope everyone is bearing with me, being the first time doing a voiceover. I think next time I'll speed it up a little bit more, so there's not as many gaps of me not talking. A little bit nervous doing this one actually. And I think I did video another layout that I had half done, because I had actually had about 3 layouts I'd done the backgrounds for, but just had to finish the layouts off. And so I started to video finishing a layout off, and when I went back to look at it, the layout was sideways. It wasn't looking at it front on, and so I deleted it thinking I've done that wrong. And then it was actually Ronnie Sue who actually suggested that in editing you can actually crop and rotate, and I didn't realise that. So I've learnt another thing. It's going to be a big learning curve, so I hope everyone bears with me. I only just got my Nuvo glue. I had some glue from the cheap shop, some craft glue, and every time I used it on my sequence, I'd have glue lines going everywhere. The sequence would stick to me and not the paper, and it was really starting to get to me. So when I went to the scrapbook store that we've got in town, I actually said to them, "Do you have any glue?" And she said, "Yes, this is the best stuff." So I got a bottle of that, and we've got a really good scrapbooking shop in town. From me, it's about 25-30 minutes away. So I do it once a month or once every couple of months, because I don't buy stuff all the time. I go in there and grab things that I actually need, and they have a really good 50-cent and $1 box of the pattern papers going out on sale. So I normally grab some of those, and I got the actual stencil that I did that heart in. I got that on sale for $3. So a big shout out to Ashcraft Gifts in town, scrapbooking and gifts in town. They're really helpful. They will give you hints. They will show you how to use things. They're really great, actually. And no, they're not sponsoring anything, just so people know. So I'm in the clear. They're just my local scrapbook store. Oh, and I really wanted to use some of these bright coloured Easter eggs, and every time I went to take one off, it would rip in half. They're a foily sticker, and I've had them for quite some time. Most of my Easter embellishments I've had for years. They just did not want to work very much. I got a couple off that I popped down the bottom. I think I popped one at the top or somewhere. Yeah, every time. It's happened to me a couple of times now. And I just go through some of the sticker sheets that I've got and think, oh, I think that'll do. So before the close-ups come up, because I think I'm nearly finished, I'll say thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for persevering with me with all the short videos and now the voiceover. I think next time I'll speed it up even more. If you like this video and like this layout, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to watching the videos, please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. That's something that we didn't realise back a couple of years ago. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed and who has persevered and who has actually gave me hints and tips on the way. I appreciate it a lot. And yeah, thank you very much for watching. And I'll say bye for now for when the close-ups come. Oh, got to change the view on that angle, on that camera. You don't want to see my head and the grey hairs. I'm going through at the moment to find some little gems to put around. That's the last thing I do. Nearly all the time with my layouts is either put some little gems, because I've only got one thing of Nuvo drops at the moment, and I love Nuvo drops, because these little gems are so hard to find now. And enamel dots, they don't seem to have many of those around either. So I've kind of taken to the Nouveau drops, so I'll probably be getting those from now on. But this is what I do to finish off my layout, is put some little gems around. I normally do 3 clusters, and then I finish off with my gems. So thank you everyone for watching, and I'll say bye for now.